A manhunt for the gunman who ambushed and tried to assassinate two sheriff's deputies in Compton, California. That happened Saturday night. Manhunt's underway right now. Candace Owens joins us in a minute to respond to everything swirling around that story. But first tonight, an update. Fox LA's Bill Malugan is at the hospital where those two deputies are being treated tonight. Bill?
Tucker, good evening to you. The latest information from the hospital here is that both of those deputies are still in intensive care, but the good news tonight is they're both stable, both expected to make it, which is absolutely fantastic given the fact they were both shot in the face on Saturday night. So here's what we know about those deputies. One is a 31-year-old mother of a 6-year-old child. The other is a 24-year-old male. They're both fairly new. They work Transit Services Bureau at the Metro station. They just graduated from the academy 14 months ago. We do know the IDs of both of those deputies. However, the families of those deputies and the Sheriff's Department are asking to keep that private for their safety concerns. And I believe we have some new video we're going to show you in the immediate aftermath of that ambush shooting. The female deputy had just been shot in the jaw. The male deputy had been shot in his forehead, and they were both shot in their arms. And the video shows the female deputy bravely applying a tourniquet to her partner and also putting out a radio call for help. It's a pretty incredible video. Despite the fact that she had been shot in the face, she's still trying to help save her partner's life. At last check, the reward money for this exploding. It's over $300,000 now. Just got off the phone with the sheriff. The latest pledge donation coming from a law firm back east, $25,000. He also challenged Lebron James to match any reward money. No response from him yet. We'll send it back to you.
Great. Bill, thanks so much for that update. Appreciate it. Well, just a few weeks ago, Kamala Harris told Jacob Blake that she was proud of Jacob Blake. That's the man accused of sexual assault, the one who attacked police officers in Kenosha, Wisconsin, the one whose shooting sparked the riots that destroyed that city. Harris made that remark while visiting Blake's family, but Kamala Harris has not visited the family of LA police deputies who were shot on Saturday in Compton. Why is that exactly? She not proud of them? Meanwhile, LeBron James hasn't responded to a request by the sheriff there, the one you just heard about, to help with the reward money to catch the shooters. So what conclusions can we draw from their reticence? Candace Owens is the author of Blackout, How Black America Can Make Its Second Escape to the Democrat Plantation. She joins us tonight. Candace, thanks so much for coming on. What do you see? You have LeBron James first, someone who's weighed in a lot on the riots, the demonstration, BLM, and the rest. Why hasn't he responded to the request from the LA sheriff to help bring the shooter to justice?
I'd like to first point out and remind America of what LeBron James specifically said a couple of months ago, and I spoke out against this immediately. He tweeted to his hundreds of millions of fans and followers that we are literally being hunted. We meaning black people being hunted by meaning white people in this country. And think about that statement and what it sends out to, what kind of a bat signal it sends out to black Americans, to young black men, when someone of his caliber, of his status is saying that we are literally being hunted. He's implying that white people are predators, that our law enforcement agents are predators, and that we are in a state of survival. I mean, if you are literally being hunted, that sort of a rhetoric, right? That would mean that you either have to run to survive, or you have to hunt first to survive. And what we're seeing that happen in LA was a natural progression of the left's increasingly deranged rhetoric. It breaks my heart. And what breaks my heart is that this criminal will eventually be caught. This criminal will eventually be caught to justice. There won't be enough suffering because there's an entire ecosystem of guilt. The politicians, you just brought up Kamala Harris, a very important person who's basically signaling to criminals, it's okay to be a criminal, it's not okay to be a law enforcement officer.
Right.
We have the media henchmen. There are so many people involved that create a situation like the one that is playing out today in LA County.
Can I back up for a second? Am I misremembering this, or were you harshly attacked, I think called a racist, for daring to criticize LeBron James? Did I imagine that?
I've been called a white supremacist, believe it or not, because this is the upside down world that we live in, Tucker. I'm a white supremacist because I call out the truth. And I say that these athletes have a responsibility. You know, you cannot just signal to these young men that they're being hunted. That's not true. We are not in a race war. The media, the leftist media, is trying to create that simulation because they're after the destruction of America, and I truly and deeply believe that.
Well, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. The evidence is so overwhelming at this point that I don't really think there's much of a debate about it. You've been brave, Candace Owens, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate you coming on this show. Thank you.